Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. We took a nice holiday break. We feel rejuvenated, ready to get back to our usual schedule. So for today's video, it's going to be a nice basic guillotine technique from the standing position. So I'm going to have my partner Evan come in on the video, and we're basically going to go over just the basic version of how to enter in, some different sort of variations, common mistakes, and then we have sort of like a bonus move, which is a very, very painful version of the guillotine. It's probably, I would say it's about like 2-3 times more painful than the standard one, just because of the way everything is. And as usual, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and share if you really enjoy it. Okay, so I'll have him get into just like a fighting stance. Very simple entry. We're just going to grab a collar tie. So a collar tie is basically just when you just put your fingers together, grab the back of the neck. Ideally, you want to grab where the head curves. Like there's like a little curve that happens over here. And it's a lot better to actually clasp on and pull. It's a lot more traction. What are you laughing at?
It was just the way you like looked like you were caressing his neck on that.
Grab on a collar tie first, grab the back of the neck. Ideally you want to grab where like the head curves right over here, because otherwise if you grab too high up on top, it just slips. So you always want to make sure you grab the back of the neck, lock your elbows in nice and tight. All I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to pull him to me as I somewhat meet in the middle with him. So I'm going to pull his head into my armpit. As I catch my arm, and I want to loop all the way around his neck, and I want to connect my hands to a gentleman's grip. So arm goes all the way around, and I connect kind of like in the middle, so don't grab all the way on your hand and don't grab all the way on your wrist. You want to go somewhere like 50-50. Once I lock, watch some of the details. First I'm going to tighten up my elbows, so I'm going to close my elbows off. I want to kind of sit my chin above his head, because a common reaction, he's going to want to back away. So if I'm super like lazy and he pushes against me and backs away, he can pop out. So that's sort of the exit for them, is just up top. So always block, so as he tries to run away, right, I'm stuck to him. And now the easiest way to finish is actually very easy. So you're just basically going to just take a few steps inward as I pull this grip. So my forearm, I'm going to pull it all the way up along my body. So as I connect, take a step in, lock my elbows, I'm going to pull all the way up, and it's going to apply a really, really nice choke. So one big common mistake that people do with guillotines all the time is that instead of pulling your partner to your armpit, you go to his neck. So instead of pulling him to you and then meeting in the middle, they'll reach up into him. But the problem is, right, I can't crack him down. I can't bend his posture enough. And watch slow motion one more time. When I go for it, look how awkward my hand is. And all he has to do is cut like peeking out. So he just has to peek out, and he's gonna get behind me, and this just went really, really sour. So always make sure you pull him down towards you. So it's not you going to him, he goes to you. So you pull, catch, again, connect your hands, gentleman's grip, lock your elbows nice and tight, keep your chin on his back, and when you're ready to take a step in, and then you slowly elevate, and then you'll get the tap. Okay, as an added bonus, if you have like a fence or a wall around you, this is really, really cool. So basically, you just make the same exact grip, except now you push him towards the fence or the wall. Now what happens when you actually go for the finish, he can't, so when you do it normally standing, he can't sort of back away and alleviate. You're probably going to tap him, but he has the ability of moving around sort of to kind of reduce the pressure. But once you put him against the wall, he can't do anything about it. So now it's just like double the pressure. So now he can't alleviate anything, and he's getting folded in half. So now his neck's being bent underneath him. So one more time, let's say we're at a FAR. Collar tie, I pull him down towards my armpit, I connect my hands to gentleman's grip, lock my elbows on, I push him into it. Like I actually force him into that wall, and now I just move my hips in, pull the grip up towards along my chest, and then you'll get the tap. It's a lot more powerful for sure too. So just as a final bonus move, right? This one's a really, really painful choke actually. It's pretty much when you can actually force them into this one or be reactive to it. So not only can they skip their heads out this way, they can also back their heads out. So what they can also do is, if you're very loose, by the way, with your elbows. So if my elbows are very loose, so you'll see kind of like how he backs his head out. Did you get that on camera or no?
He backs his head out?
So watch, yeah, so as he tries to get his head out, you see how he can pop it off on the side too? So not only can he literally just back his head out straight if you're loose, but he can also turn his head out like that, right? So during that transition, if you can catch him on your belly, you get a really, really nasty guillotine choke. Actually more painful than this one, the standard one. So what's gonna happen is, once they start to move over, right, I want to try to catch them into a little bit of a chin strap. So a chin strap is when I literally just take my palm and I grab onto his jaw. Now what that's going to do is allow me to control which way he turns his head. So if he tries to turn his head left or right, he can't, like I have it completely controlled. Versus if I had nothing, like see I have nothing, he could move too comfortably, too freely. So I wanna make sure before I transition to the final grip, I get a chin strap, and now finally watch as my hand from the outside comes in, open up, and gable grip. Gable grip or palm to palm, right? Just connect your hands palm to palm. And now look what's going on now. The back of his head is pretty much on my sort of, like the top of my stomach, my abs. I'm connecting my hand to a gable grip, lock the elbow, same exact thing. Now move in, and then pull up on the grip. This one's a lot more painful. It's way more painful just because the pressure on the back of his head is folding him a lot more than the standard guillotine. So again, the reaction is I do the standard guillotine, he starts to shift over, look how I catch that chin strap. Did you guys see that? Once I catch, then I connect my gable. Always do the chin strap first and just make sure that you stop that initial kind of spaz that he's trying to do. He's trying to spaz out of it, so you want to calm him down, and then you can initiate the grip, then move your hips in, and then pull up, and you'll get the finish. And this can also be done on the wall as well. Thank you very much, guys, for watching the entire video. I will see you guys on the next one.